Hi, I'm Stella Chen. Have you ever trusted someone completely, only to find out they were lying to you the entire time? How I fought back and turned the tables on those who tried to ruin me. Being a cybersecurity analyst wasn't just a job, it was my superpower. By 28, I had already developed security protocols that made me a rising star at TechGuard Solutions. Life was intense but rewarding, until a tech conference in Seattle changed everything. Hey, Stella, killer presentation on quantum encryption. You handled those tough questions like a pro. Thanks, I just spoke from experience. After stopping so many breaches, you learn a thing or two. That's how I met Mike Harrison. He was a charming sports commentator who said he was covering the tech sports segment. His warm brown eyes and genuine interest in my work were refreshing, or so I thought. You really have a gift for making complex tech sound so simple. We need more people like you in this industry. Our romance took off like a whirlwind. Coffee dates turned into dinners, and soon I was meeting his family. Sandra, Mike's mother, ran a PR firm and welcomed me with open arms. Darling, you're exactly what this family needs, brains and beauty. We must have you over for Sunday dinner every week. Mike's father, George, was a sweet retired tech executive who always needed help with his phone. Mike's brother, Tom, was always pitching me his app ideas. Sis, what do you think about this new security feature I'm working on? At first, I didn't notice the warning signs. Mike started asking more questions about my work. Babe, tell me more about that new protocol you're developing. I love hearing about your day. 6 months into our marriage, I found out I was pregnant, but Mike's reaction surprised me. That's great, honey. So, how long will you be on maternity leave? Later, my colleague Aisha tried to warn me. Stella, I don't want to pry, but yesterday I saw Mike near your laptop when you were in a meeting. He was taking pictures of your screen. I laughed it off. He probably just saw something funny I was reading. Then came a call from Rachel, a close friend. Stella, I have to tell you something about Sandra. My firm worked a case last year where several tech companies had information leaks after working with her PR firm. Rachel, I know you mean well, but they're my family now. You don't know them like I do. Just be careful, Stella. Perfect families often hide the biggest secrets. I hung up, annoyed at Rachel's suspicions, but later that evening, sitting in my home office, I saw an alert about unauthorized access attempts on my work server. A chill ran down my spine. What if I'd married into a family of wolves in sheep's clothing? Looking back now, I should have seen the signs, but love has a way of blinding even the smartest minds. Little did they know, they had picked the wrong woman to deceive. That night, at 2 a.m., my quiet office was filled with the hum of my computer. Something felt off. More system alerts popped up. Multiple access attempts from unknown IP addresses? Amateur move, guys. I quickly checked the patterns. They matched our competitor's signature. My hands flew across the keyboard as I traced the source. That's when I found it, sophisticated spyware, hidden deep in my personal devices. My heart raced as the realization hit me. It had been there, since the very beginning. When I first met Mike, I never imagined the truth I'd uncover. A notification lit up my phone. It was a message from Mike to Sandra, accidentally sent to me. Mom, I got the latest protocols. Once the baby comes, we'll have weeks while she's on leave to launch everything. My world stopped, hands shaking. I searched through Mike's gym bag and found a hidden burner phone. The messages were endless, detailed plans, cold calculations, all about stealing my work. Perfect timing with the pregnancy. She'll be too distracted to notice anything. Make sure to grab everything before she implements the new firewall next week. The timestamps went back before our first date. This wasn't just betrayal. Sandra, Mike's mother, had orchestrated a strategic attack. Her PR firm wasn't simply working for our biggest competitor. She was their secret weapon, using my husband to infiltrate my company. Suddenly, a sharp pain shot through my abdomen. No, not now. I looked at the calendar. 3 weeks early. Another contraction hit me, harder this time. From downstairs, I heard the football game blaring. Mike, I screamed, I need help, the baby's coming. No response, only the roar of the crowd. I staggered toward the stairs, clutching my phone for support. That's when I heard Sandra's voice drift up from below. Did you get that last file? Almost done, Mike replied casually. Just need to transfer the encryption keys. She won't suspect anything, she's too busy being the perfect little wife and mother. Another contraction brought me to my knees. With shaking hands, I dialed 911. Please, I'm in labor, my husband, he's stealing everything. I called Aisha next. Something's wrong, Aisha, the baby, they're stealing everything. I'm on my way, Stella, don't move. The sound of sirens finally caught Mike's attention. He rushed up the stairs, putting on his mask of concern. Why didn't you call me, babe? I would have helped. But his phone buzzed again, another message about the data transfers. As the paramedics arrived and Aisha pulled up outside, Mike was still glued to his screen. The game, I'm missing the fourth quarter, he muttered as they loaded me into the ambulance. 16 hours of labor later, Aisha never left my side. Mike sat in the corner, frantically deleting files on his phone between game highlights. It's a girl, the doctor announced. I cradled my daughter, tears in my eyes, while Mike whispered into his phone. Send everything now, she's occupied with the kid. Holding my baby, I watched the man I trusted orchestrate the destruction of everything I had built. I made a silent promise to myself. They thought pregnancy brain and motherhood would make me weak. They were about to realize just how wrong they were. She's beautiful, Aisha whispered, squeezing my hand. Yes, I smiled, already planning my next move. She's going to watch her mama burn their whole world down. 3 weeks into my maternity leave, I mastered the art of playing dumb while secretly watching their every move. My baby monitor became my secret weapon, catching their late-night meetings in the living room. Look at her, completely clueless with that baby. This is almost too easy, Sandra's voice crackled through the speaker. While my daughter slept in the nursery, Aisha and I pieced together their scheme. Every file, every message, it all built a damning timeline. Stella, I found something big, Aisha said one night. Remember Mindtech's collapse last year? Look at these server logs. It was worse than we imagined. The rabbit hole ran deep. Then, late one night, a message popped up on my screen from an unknown sender. You don't know me, but I know what they're doing. Meet me at Cyber Cafe tomorrow at 3 p.m. At the cafe, I met a woman with sharp eyes and a haunted look, Lisa Chen, former CTO of Mindtech. I was engaged to Mike 3 years ago, she said. They destroyed everything I built. Sandra spread lies about my mental health. Mike stole our code, and Tom recreated our entire system. As Lisa spoke, my phone buzzed. A new headline from Sandra's PR firm had dropped. Rising tech stars' mental health concerns. Sources close to Stella Harrison report erratic behavior. Back home, I listened through the baby monitor as Tom spoke from my home office. The base code is almost ready. 2 more weeks, and we can launch our revolutionary security system. Perfect timing, Mike replied. She's too sleep-deprived to notice anything. Did you see her yesterday? She couldn't even remember where she put her coffee. Little did they know that I was recording every late-night session, tracking every file transfer. Sandra's planning to go nuclear, Aisha told me. She has 3 major tech blogs ready to publish stories about your unstable behavior affecting company security. Their arrogance made them sloppy, and that would be their biggest mistake. I found a gold mine on Tom's cloud drive, detailed plans for every company they'd destroyed. Mindtech was only the beginning. You've got everything backed up? Aisha asked, rocking my daughter. Triple encrypted on secure servers. The real protocols are safe. Let them steal the bait. From downstairs, Sandra's voice drifted up. Once these stories break, no tech company will touch her. She'll be radioactive in the industry. The shareholders are already nervous about her extended leave, Mike added. When our system launches, they'll think she leaked everything during her mental breakdown. I looked at my sleeping daughter, then at the mountain of evidence, surveillance footage, recorded conversations, financial trails, and corrupted code they planned to launch. Lisa texted me, got the final piece, proof of Sandra bribing tech journalists. Ready when you are. My phone buzzed again. Tom was uploading my stolen protocols to their server. Everything set? Aisha whispered. I watched through a security camera as Mike, Sandra, and Tom huddled over their laptops, grinning and celebrating. Oh yes, I said, smiling. They had no idea the flaw I'd buried deep in the stolen code. They thought they were launching a cybersecurity revolution. Instead, they were about to launch their own destruction. The global cybersecurity conference was buzzing with excitement. Harrison Security's revolutionary system, built on my stolen protocols, had already been adopted by 12 major tech companies. Sandra's PR machine had worked perfectly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the future of cybersecurity. Tom's voice boomed across the convention center. Mike smirked from the front row while Sandra worked the crowd, shaking hands with industry leaders. They didn't notice me slip in quietly at the back with my laptop. Initiating security demonstration, Tom announced proudly. 3 seconds later, every screen in the convention center went black. Then, one by one, they flickered back to life, this time displaying internal emails, planning documents, and recordings of their entire scheme. What's happening? Sandra's voice cracked as her own words echoed through the speakers. Once we steal Stella's protocols, we'll destroy her reputation. The crowd watched in shock as their elaborate plot unfolded in real time. Lisa stood up in the audience. They did the same thing to Mindtech. I have proof. Mike grabbed the microphone, desperate. This is Stella's attempt to sabotage us. She's unstable, everyone knows that. I walked down the center aisle, holding up my laptop. Actually, I said calmly, I have the original protocols, the ones you stole. I coded them to fail spectacularly the moment you tried to pass them off as your own. Chaos erupted. Company executives realized their systems were compromised. Tom tried to escape, but security blocked the exits. Sandra's phone rang nonstop as clients began terminating contracts. Mike lunged toward me, furious. You ruined everything. I held up my phone and played the recording of him plotting the theft while I was in labor. No, I replied, you did that all by yourself. Within hours, the tech world imploded. Harrison Securities faced multiple lawsuits. Mike's network fired him live on air. Sandra's PR firm collapsed as clients fled. 6 months later, I stood on the same stage, accepting the Innovation in Cybersecurity Award. My daughter sat in Aisha's lap, watching me proudly. As I delivered the keynote speech on integrity in tech, I shared a simple truth. Sometimes the biggest threats aren't in the code, they're the people we trust the most. The divorce was quick. The judge only needed one look at the evidence. Full custody? Never in question. Building my new firm was a victory, but watching karma destroy them was even sweeter. My inbox pinged, another apology email from Mike. Without a second thought, I clicked delete. My attention shifted to my daughter, happily playing with the Innovator of the Year trophy on my desk. They thought they could break me. Instead, they learned the hard way, never underestimate a woman who codes. What would you have done if your entire marriage turned out to be a lie, revealed while you were in labor? Would you have confronted them right away, or played the long game, like I did, to gather evidence? It's moments like these, when you realize someone manipulated your deepest relationships to destroy everything you've built, that you truly understand who you are. Some people say I should have shown mercy when they begged for forgiveness, but I believe some betrayals cut too deep for second chances. What do you think? Was my revenge too harsh, or did they get exactly what they deserved? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed my story of survival and justice served, don't forget to like and subscribe for more real-life stories. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.